Should be good. Yep. And we're live.
We picked up a new sponsor this week.
Right.
There's a great business hour ahead, sponsored by coffee. For the days that you stay up too late, watching the business hour. It'll get you going in the morning.
Which is everybody at this point.
Yep.
Staying up late.
Which is Austin.
Yeah. Welcome, Austin.
Where is our viewer count?
Right now it's at a 0.
Alright, good deal.
It's up here. I'm curious if it changes, because I know there's a delay. So I want to know if it works. Yeah, it worked. Nice.
Alright.
Nobody's watching yet, so... Anyway, where are we even at?
You gotta introduce the segment.
I'm so out. I had a long day at work. So welcome everybody to Business Hour Week 3 live stream. It was a rough week. Like, you all should thank Zum and Jordan for keeping on me with doing videos, because I already have given up.
Well,
Like-
I think we are at a peak of original content creation for the league, for the year.
Right.
There are 6 videos in existence, I believe.
If not more. There's, well, because if you count also my trash talk video.
Oh yeah, that's right.
my wake up Saturday morning and dick around on my computer until Mary wakes up videos.
Oh, and you had so much reason to be talking shit this week. You had a good chance.
It's so hard. It's so hard for me to edit because, to be honest, I found like 4 or 5 great clips that, like, I really wanted to edit, but they were a little strong on the smack talk, and I was like, I have no chance. Like,
It might make it better that you don't have a chance, though. You just gotta go for it. You know, this week could be your week. It probably won't be, but you don't know that before it starts.
No.
Naheem Hines might throw 60 points down.
All right. Let's lay off. Let's lay off Hines. I mean, I'm not gonna toot my own horn, but he did outscore Mac last week.
Okay, that's fair enough.
So,
fair enough. We haven't even gotten into the matchups yet. We're already starting to devolve into criticizing everything, which is.
Oh yeah, show him the agenda.
My one note. I have taken note number 2 off because I figure I've already drilled that into your heads. But
how many diamonds you got?
A couple.
just a couple.
Yeah, a couple.
You know what? I'm so upset right now.
What? Yahoo sent me this. You know, whenever you reach diamond status, they just
Right.
they send one in the mail. They happen to have my hat size. It was a little big, but you know, it's close enough. It fits. Whenever you reach diamond status, you might get one too. I mean, the best part about it isn't, you know, this ridiculous diamond on the front. Diamond life.
What is that even a hat for?
I have no idea. This is what you get whenever you search eBay for
a diamond hat.
Diamond hat. So
you told me you had a prop.
Yep.
I can't tell if I'm extremely happy or so disappointed. I don't know.
I can tell you one thing.
I'm gonna have to look at it all
Yeah,
for the next hour.
It makes me very happy. So you know, it may be for the rest of the year too. I haven't decided whether I love or hate this hat yet. I know what it represents to me, which makes me love it, and that's all that matters. But that is one big ass diamond. That's all I can say.
I can't even take you seriously. I mean, I can't take you seriously anyway, but I certainly can't do it now.
All right. Well,
I'll tell you what. I need time building up to my team. I can't talk about my team right now.
Okay, so we better go, since we're on your profile. We'll start at the bottom
and work our way up.
And poor Tim Isaac. I mean, Le'Veon Bell wasn't going to save his team.
No.
But it might have made him respectable.
No.
No.
Well, I mean, he still outscored me.
Yeah, but I don't know how.
Did he outscore me? Yeah, he outscored me.
You actually put up a decent score, but we're not talking
I know,
about
we're
you.
not
It's
talking
hard.
about
It's hard
it.
because I mean the thing is, we're here. I care about my team. You care about your team. Well, you don't anymore, but you did at one point in time. I really don't care what any of the rest of the stuff is doing, but I'm still going to call
When I was doing draft prep, that's when I stopped caring about my team. When I realized how shitty my team was going to be after the draft.
Yeah. Man. So, poor Tim Myzak. He does have... Austin Eckler was a good pick that you made for him.
Yeah, I drafted a good team.
Yeah, he didn't do too bad.
The keepers were what keeping him down.
Yeah, he does have Austin Eckler this week's going to have a big week. I don't know who he's playing, but, you got Melvin Gordon.
Oh, he's playing the Rams. He's not gonna have a big game.
All right, never mind.
The Rams are real good.
Do you know the Cardinals only had 35 offensive snaps? I think 35 is the right number, but that is ridiculous.
Sam Bradford was like 14 for 27 for like 80 yards. Something like he was averaging like 3.5 yards per attempt on pass plays or something. It was
awful.
It was awful. He's done.
Yeah. But I don't know. Like the whole Arizona team's done. Are they going to go ahead and put in Josh Rosen?
They may, yeah, and it's not going to be any better. They may be worse than Buffalo.
I don't know. I mean, Buffalo's hot garbage. So, but that's what it's funny because you have the Browns, which have not won a game in 2 years.
Put them in a division with Arizona and Buffalo, and
they're going to look pretty darn good. That's what I was thinking. I watched the Browns game. They actually have potential. They just find stupid ways to lose. To hold down New Orleans to 12 points throughout most of that game, that's
ridiculous.
Yeah, they're the team that hasn't won a game in a long time. Yet the Bills, the Cardinals, and there's someone else. I was thinking there on Sunday that looks like doesn't even belong in the NFL right now. But
the Giants look like the Giants' offensive line looks like they don't belong.
There are some pretty meme-worthy Eli Manning faces out there from that game.
That was pretty fantastic.
Yeah.
Anytime Eli takes a beating is a good time.
Yeah. But
just because he looks so dumb, you can't even. He doesn't even know what's going on.
And that's what you had posted that during that game, and then just about 1 minute after I read it, they zoomed in on his face as he was getting rushed, and it was the dumbest looking face I've ever seen in my entire life.
Yeah, and Mike Sallerson sent me a message and was like, "Did you see Eli Manning try to run that ball?" And I was a little behind. I paused the game because I was running off doing something, and I came down and I started watching. And then Eli Manning attempts to scramble and gets absolutely destroyed. It was great. It made my night. It was a nice way to cap off what was a very shitty fantasy week.
Yeah. That's what you got to have other things to focus on at this point in time. Yeah. But Rodney's team's looking pretty good. I mean, the thing is right now we've got a couple teams scoring 350 points. And then we have some teams in the upper 200s and then, other people. But he's got a good team, but it's all his keepers.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, Beckham had a bad game. You're going to get more points out of Beckham, but his running backs.
Yeah, Peyton Barber seemed like a good choice at the time, but he's not doing anything, even though the freaking Bucs offense is on fire.
He needs to do something about that defense, too.
Yeah. 250. Bruce Irvin. Lock it up. All right. Well, poor Tim. He doesn't have much of a chance. He's like who we determine is the worst team right now. We going with the Cardinals or the Bills?
My money's on the Cardinals.
I'm taking the Bills. So he's either the Cardinals or the Bills of this year.
Yeah.
In our fantasy league.
Yeah. I'm the other one.
Yeah, that's true. I think you might be. I mean, he did outscore you this week. I'm still trying to look at this and figure out how. Oh, Matt Stafford
scored 69.
Yeah.
70. You round it up.
Well, yeah.
Don't give him anything.
That's true, and you don't take away from a funny number like 69.
He doesn't deserve
Come on.
I wasn't going there.
Yeah.
I bit my tongue enough on this.
We are the segment that's not afraid to go live, but maybe we should be.
Maybe we should be.
Maybe we should be.
I will say though that Tim did rebound. He had 4 of his 5 defensive players put up points this week instead of 2 of his 5 defensive players put up points.
Yeah.
So
he's stepping up. Hey, and Eric Berry, if he played, he's good.
Right. So that's something.
That's 2 weeks in a row he hasn't played though. He hasn't done anything about it.
Right. But we'll see if he scores a point this week.
All right, now we're on to Smacked by These Boys and Straight Cash Homie.
It was a straight-on beating.
Yeah, but not only does he serve up losses in fantasy football.
What else does he serve up, Zone?
He serves up a mean cup of coffee.
Ah, there you go. I like it.
Yep. But yeah, his team, it's all keepers too, though. I mean, he had all those draft picks except for Travis Kelce. It does make me sad to not have him anymore. That was a poor choice on my part. But
swap out that for Shepard, who's atrocious.
Yeah.
Because that was one of his keepers.
Yep. But the other three, I mean, this team still is going to put up 400 points one day.
It will put up 400 points one day, but I no longer fear it.
That's true.
I no longer feel like he is a Michael Crabtree away. But he's missing that final piece.
That's true. He doesn't have it. You have it. And you're not letting go of it.
I'm up for trades.
Up for trades.
I'll trade
You know
anybody,
what I was
anything.
thinking is, maybe, Chris, do you want to trade that bum David Johnson? I mean, he's just sitting there bringing your team down right now.
I know, 11 points. Pathetic.
I could probably give you something for David Johnson.
To be honest, at this point, I don't think I'd give Crabtree for Johnson.
He is on the worst offense.
That offense.
One of the two worst offenses.
That offense is awful.
But they're not going to play the Rams every week. I don't know. You got to take talent, man.
They're not going to play the Rams every week, but they're going to play them again.
That's true. They are going to play them again.
around fantasy playoff time.
Yeah, that's almost why I am going to keep a second quarterback at this point in time, because both of my quarterbacks have to play the Rams, and therefore I am going to switch them out that day. Yeah. That's my that's the only strategy I have for my team this entire year, except for drop and pick up everybody. That's number one.
I feel like
number two is going to be swap out my quarterbacks if they play St. Louis.
I feel like you're pulling away from me.
Oh,
I've got 9, you got 17.
Yeah, it's getting out. Wait.
Oh, look, I'm not even in second anymore.
How about that?
I got to get some moves in tonight.
That's what I got to start switching out my defense. Just for shits and giggles.
Just
so I can regret it even more every time.
Right,
yeah.
right.
It's always going to be wrong.
Right.
It's okay. Mike's team didn't do well.
I will say, thank God he started Tyrod Taylor instead of Dak Prescott.
What did Prescott do?
I don't know, but watching that game, he didn't.
Very similar.
Yeah, 4 points less.
Yeah.
But either way, Dak Prescott's not a player I would trust.
Yeah, I wonder how long Tyrod's going to hold on to that old starting position.
He's playing well enough to win. It's not his fault they don't have a kicker.
True. That's true. That is unfortunate. They've played in New Orleans. They're going to be playoff contenders. They're going to be Super Bowl contenders supposedly, but they held them in check for 3.5 quarters. I feel really 4 quarters, but that's whenever they lost. They had the lead all the way up until 3 minutes left in that game, and they found a way to lose it.
Well, you know what they said last year in fantasy football? If you started the quarterback and the running back for the Browns, it was a recipe for success.
Really?
No.
Okay.
and they're not saying it this year.
Well,
either.
the thing is, I'm looking at him right there. Duke Johnson last year did something. This year,
yeah,
they forgot they paid him $5 million.
Well, they got Carlos Hyde now.
Yeah, that's true, and he's doing fine.
He hasn't jumped over anybody yet.
No,
I watched that game so close. I had the Red Zone channel on one screen.
He did get a touchdown. He didn't dive over top man when he get
He was going around the edge, and I was like, or no, he went up the middle. I was like, oh my God, here it is. But then that line just parted the seas and he waltzed right in.
Well, you got to go back to the. Sorry, I'm looking at this diamond showing up.
So stupid. I almost.
We gotta go back to the over/under on how many people's gonna jump because we're already 2 weeks in and it's 0.
It's 0, but it's 7. There's still time.
Okay.
And we're going full 6. We're going full 17 weeks. Not the fantasy football week. This is the full NFL season.
Yeah.
And I almost went back and rewound the game because when he did go in through the line, he went over from the knee down of one of the defender's legs, and I was like,
that counts.
Yeah, well, because if he gets 7, if he jumps over 7 full people, I'm counting that as a fourth.
Okay.
So I get the over.
You got it marked down right now. Week 2.
It is
minute number.
Make note.
4:25, third quarter.
Make note. All right, we spent way too long on this game.
That's
all
right.
Matter.
And they all matter. I mean, here we. Oh, poor Mary.
I know. She was so grumpy. She goes. Am I still gonna be the highest scoring player that didn't win?
Yeah.
I was like, probably. Yeah. Yeah.
But that was last week. I mean, she scored 40
week,
points last. Would she have won if she? I don't think so. She was 305 or something last week, wasn't she?
Yeah.
So she still would have lost to Slimmer.
It's ridiculous.
Yeah, one of the best feelings in the world is to lose to Slimmer, isn't it?
I mean, when you got Michael Thomas, Saquon Barkley putting up over 40, and you got Kenny Golladay putting over 25.
There's that criminal putting up 6.
Yeah, if she just had somebody other than Duke Johnson and Robbie Anderson.
Go to her bench. She probably does.
She's got, what's his name? John Brown. Who saw that coming? And Geronimo Allison.
Yeah.
That's 2 weeks in a row. Look, Geronimo Allison with a blocked kick.
Are you serious? That's pretty wild. What does that get you?
That
doesn't happen enough to even think about.
Right,
Was that
right.
5 points or something?
It's something like that. I forget what it is.
Let's see. 6 receptions is 12. 60 yards is
18. 7 points.
7 points for a blocked kick.
Worth it.
Yeah, we need to start picking up special teams people. They're going to do better than who's starting for
Right.
us.
What the hell was Geronimo Allison doing in there blocking kicks?
I guess everyone's injured on their team,
She's gonna
including their
get
quarterback.
She's gonna get stat correction tomorrow. Just take that block kick out.
Yeah,
Of her.
I mean, she's on the bench, so
She was so worried that Aaron Rodgers was gonna outscore Joe Flacco because she was forced to start Flacco on Thursday
yeah.
because there was like no decent quarterbacks for her to pick
And
up to
Rodgers
wait until
was
Sunday.
highly questionable, so
Yeah.
yeah, it was the right call.
It was the right call.
It could have worked out better if she had better players.
They were Rex Burkhead sucks.
Yeah, and old Slim still.
Look, he did it without a kicker. What a cocky asshole.
Oh, Joe Mixon injured himself. Couldn't have happened to a better guy.
How long's he out for?
3-4 weeks, I think. He's got a particle loose in his knee.
Not long enough, if you ask me.
Yeah,
It just means that he's probably gonna lose next week, Slimmer.
I hope so. But no, I'm sure his bench probably has someone better than.
Not really.
Oh,
Bench
hey,
is,
how about the
Bilal
Bilal
Powell.
Powell? Yep,
Yeah.
there you go. Slide
But,
that in
but
there.
his bench is super weak. Look at that.
Yeah,
There's a lot of donuts.
that bench can lift as much weight as Slimmer can. It's not much.
Baker Mayfield pickup is looking mighty strong
Yeah,
right now.
hey, that's a future. He's already got Kirk Cousins for a couple years. He figured he better keep another quarterback
Right.
next year. We are going to a 2-quarterback league, right? You got to find a way to get some extra points there.
If anything, they give you the option now to do team quarterback. So like,
What does that mean?
so like if your quarterback gets hurt, like instead of like drafting Aaron Rodgers, you draft Green Bay.
Okay.
And if Aaron Rodgers goes out, then you also get the points for Deshaun Kaiser, which is like 2 points. So it doesn't help you that much.
Okay. That's
But like if you have a quarterback that goes out in the middle of a game, you still get points because you get the
Okay.
points for the backups. I think it's real dumb. I'm never doing that.
yeah, that sounds weird. But I do understand. I mean, it makes.
Yeah, they do it. They do it.
They wouldn't do that for like a running back, so it just.
No, they
that
do it.
sounds
They
terrible.
do. They give you the options for team quarterback and team tight end,
Okay.
which is outrageous.
Yep.
Never doing that. Anyway,
Okay, so we're on to matchup number 3 here.
number 4.
For
Oh,
Jordan.
this was probably the closest game of the week.
Yeah, did that come down to a Monday night by chance? That doesn't happen very often.
I don't even
It did.
remember.
Jordan Howard.
Oh, look at that. 16 points.
Yep.
Yeah, that was the difference maker.
That's what we need to really learn, the tools that Yahoo gives us, because there would be, like, we can bring up the charts and stuff right here, give you guys better analysis.
You know what? I discovered. I discovered. I don't even want to show. I don't want to give anybody this advantage.
Okay,
Um,
that's fair.
but I discovered a tool that Yahoo does give you that's very helpful.
Yeah. Is it the manager reputation tool? Because that one really does a good job of letting you know where you stand.
Get the fuck out of my house! Please leave. Like it's a tool that like might help me next year when I might have a chance of being good.
Okay, so you can't divulge this
So,
information.
but by the time I'm decent, everybody will probably know about it. Everybody else will figure it out.
Yeah.
I like it though. I'm very happy.
Well, that's what I've noticed here as I continue to look at stuff, that they have way too much information behind the scenes on this.
There's a lot of information.
Yeah.
There's even more that I can't even get into, right?
Yeah.
um,
But it's nice to know that it's there.
Yeah.
You know?
but
Yahoo
the
cares about us.
the thing that it does is something I've been doing. It's research that I've been doing myself week to week for fucking 12 years now. And like I'm pissed off because if it's something that's been around for a while, like I'm mad that I didn't know about
You
it
wasted your time.
because I do this research.
Yeah.
Not that it helps. I mean, you see my team.
I have seen
I'm glad to see Adrian Peterson come back to being old and not really scoring much.
It didn't take very long.
1 week.
Yeah, 1 week. That's about, I guess, was he 33? 34?
Something like 33,
Yeah.
34. But we don't condone domestic violence.
That's right.
Or sexual assault on this show, despite what you may have heard.
and
yeah. I can't support somebody like Adrian Peterson or Ben Roethlisberger.
Our sponsor has told us that we really need to
right.
we really need to chill
right.
on domestic violence. So we are still going to have a segment about it, but it's all negative. We're not
right. We're not
bad.
glorifying it.
No, we're trying to teach you life lessons here, and choose your fantasy team based off of people that you like.
Yeah.
That people that you believe
somebody that you would invite over to have dinner with your wife and your child.
Yeah. And feel safe.
Yeah, and something says like Big Ben's not somebody I want in my house. No. Not with that kind of nickname. Compensating for something.
Yeah. Yep.
Alright, so I'm done with this game.
Do we even talk about it?
I don't even know. Scott's team, sure.
Bringing the
chowder. He's bringing the losses this week.
Yep.
Gordon, not a strong enough performance to get him through.
Who the heck is T. Taylor?
It's a good question.
Should have played him. That's all I can see. Who's I. Thomas?
It's a good question. I don't know any of these people.
Yeah, I mean
Ian Thomas. There's okay.
Oh, that's right. He's the guy who replaced Greg Olson.
Well, that was a great pickup.
Yep, good job, buddy.
Is that your pickup of the week?
No, it's not. I saved that.
Yeah, no, I would.
You'll know.
No, I'll know.
You'll know.
I know, but Scott, you did bad.
Yeah, it wasn't good. You had a chance to win, maybe. Show's bench. Right. Let's just. I like the other thing. So we got the convict team to make him feel bad.
It's true.
Let's talk about how they could have won.
Oh look, Andrews. If he would have put him in,
I have picked on that the entire time.
He would have been 4 points closer.
Yeah.
And if he threw in, there you go.
Is that it?
Yeah. So if he puts in Andrews and Frank Gore, he wins this game.
Oh man,
that's a shame.
It is too bad.
That's a shame. He was too. Oh, I'm Scott Sherman. I'm too busy running away from the hurricane. Wuss. Wuss.
You got a phone.
I feel really bad because like Jordan.
Is he in North Carolina?
He's in Myrtle Beach.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
On vacation?
No, that's where he lives.
That's where he lives.
That's where he lives.
I thought he was a CSX employee.
No, that's years ago.
Okay.
And anyway.
Well,
he worked for G.
Sorry to hear about that. Hope everything went well.
No,
but use your phone.
No, I'm making fun of him now because he's checked in and said everything's all right.
Okay, good deal. Yeah, you suck.
Yeah, Scott, you done suck.
Yeah.
So anyway, your team sucks. You could have won. That was your fault. Bad management. I wish I could blame it on I get perfect manager scores every week. I start the best lineup.
But you don't have much to choose from.
But well, that's beside the point. I don't leave points on the bench, though.
There you go.
I do not leave points on the bench.
Perfect team management. Oh,
speaking of which, Nightwing's probably one of our 2 viewers right now.
Yeah, he's not commenting though. We actually have the chat available. Also.
Yeah, I know. We made sure that we could see the chat this week, and it's rather quiet.
Yep. He put up a good number. He had sent me something thinking he wasn't going to put up 200 points. 285 is a respectable number. It just doesn't matter whenever your opponent puts up 350.
Yeah,
and that is 2 weeks in a row, I believe, that he's put up 350.
Yeah, we all saw this coming. What's scary is for Ben to score as high as he scored the first 2 weeks, and he's in second place.
Yeah, that's true.
It means that there is a team out there that has scored more than him.
Yeah, there is.
In 2 weeks. I mean, essentially, it's going to be the championship game.
Maybe
that's what we're coming down to. We'll get to it.
Maybe. But the thing is, that game...
92 points from the convict.
Yeah, should we talk about that yet?
Sure.
Okay,
sure. And then now's as good a time as any.
Hey, so we do have to talk about the all-convict team, but we have to keep it very professional, or else we're going to lose our sponsor.
We can't lose our sponsor.
We put together the all-convict team. We all know Ben Roethlisberger is our QB1, for good reasons.
It's disgusting.
Yeah, and still, I'm still trying to figure out...
Because he's a dirty convict.
Well, yeah, I'm just still trying to figure out why Ben likes Ben so much.
He's got that fat head.
Oh, man. Yeah, that fat head he just loves up on all the time. But I did go ahead and put together our scores for the all-convict team for week 1. There you go.
That's They outscored me by 35 points.
Yep, week 1, 7th highest score, all convict team. MVP highlighted there for you. Tyreek Hill.
Good enough to make the playoffs.
Yep. Yeah, you could probably say he didn't choke that day.
That's awful.
Yeah, it's not great.
That's awful.
But you will notice here. Oh, that's not the right direction.
He chokes the defense like he.
That's not. We're supposed to keep it clean here. This is a family show.
Never mind.
Number 1 fan. Ultralight team.
Oh.
Now that's about all I can say about that. So then I went ahead and did week 2. I did have to make a couple changes. Oh, I did like to point out, I couldn't even fill out a full defense of people that are bad. So I just had to go ahead and throw in Aldon Smith because I'm pretty sure he was arrested more times than he actually played full NFL games.
Right.
And he had a like bright future ahead of him if he wasn't an idiot.
He's an idiot.
I do have some good ones in this one though. I did have to make some changes in week 2.
Some adds and drops.
Yeah, as the manager of the all convict team, I can do that on a whim. I could have done it before or after the game. You don't know, but but I did want to point out this one right here. Michael Kendricks has pled guilty to insider trading. That was good enough for the Browns to drop him, but the Seahawks decided they really needed a linebacker.
Right.
You're going to jail in January, but you can still play football till then. 17.5 points. That's pretty good for our defense considering the week before. And then our MVP, Big Ben. I mean, you put up 92 points any week, you're going to be the MVP of any fantasy football team. He was forced into that. I mean, whenever you're down 21-0 in the first quarter and your opposing quarterback throws 6 touchdowns, you got to do something.
I don't like it.
So apparently it's 460 yards is what you do.
I don't like it.
Yeah.
I can't get behind somebody. I just can't do it.
I mean, I saw them this week. They still seem like nice people, Ben, the baby, Carrie. But there's behind those eyes, I know.
There's some wickedness going on in that household.
Yep, you can't root for someone like that.
And have a fat head on the
what's funny is I'll put this back up. I had to put in LaShawn McCoy. Right there. He still scored 17 points and did absolutely nothing. But, he has had refreshed child abuse allegations against him. So I don't think he's much for this league. I'm pretty sure that he will be...
He's going to have to be dropped here soon.
Yeah, I'm not allowed to drop him,
in all formats. Not in our league.
Yeah, I lose my third-round pick if I do. Yeah. So I will have to stare at that name all year.
Right.
Knowing that the day before... had picked the right person.
Right?
And I was like, no, I don't have a running back. I need a running back. Give me LaShawn McCoy instead of Travis Kelce.
Before we get off this game, let's touch on the fact that Justin Houston, who was signed to 2 years, a 2-year contract, 2 years.
He has improved.
Scored 6 points for a total of 6.5 points on the season.
Yep.
2 years.
Hey,
Austin asked me if he could trade Houston to the waiver wire.
Okay.
I said you could trade him to the waiver wire for your 2nd round pick next year.
That would be terrible.
So, I mean, hop all over it.
I do love how he's still playing him though.
Right.
Like you could put him on your bench and do not play him and get someone better.
In fact, he's sticking by it.
Wait, does he have 2 empty spots, which he could?
He does. Well, he's got 1 empty spot because of the IR.
Oh, okay.
But he's got empty spot.
Yeah, you should move Justin Houston to that empty spot.
Right.
And just leave it empty. You're probably going to be better off.
And then trade Marlon Mack to your waiver wire because you signed him to 4 years.
Hey, he's questionable now. He might play.
He played last week.
He did?
Put up 8 points, which was 1 less than 9 points.
That is terrible. Austin is leading. He has 2 convicts. Ricky Seals-Jones, he's not even playing them.
Right.
But he did put up 11.5 points, which is not that bad for a tight end in our league. So, we do have some additions.
Just ask bring the chowder.
Antonio Callaway had marijuana possession suspended license, has now become a threat for the Browns. Willie Snead is apparently catching balls for the Ravens, probably more than Michael Crabtree.
How long is that going to last?
I don't know.
Receivers catching things in Baltimore?
Yeah, I mean, not your receiver. And then we get back potential star player Aaron Jones this week, back from suspension on Dylan's team. That is all for the convict team. We'll keep you updated. I will I don't know. Maybe I'll take a picture of this and post it in the thing if you're really interested in it. You know, I feel like the other thing I was
just
doing
screenshot the video.
Yeah, that's true. You can do that too. I actually had more fun like looking at this than I did looking at my own team.
Right?
But I feel like anything in life, with the bad, there needs to be good. There needs to be like a Bland Sports Network all-hero team. Now,
Ooh.
I don't know exactly how that's going to work. I do have 2 nominations.
You have to like look at the last couple of years of like Walter Payton Award nominees.
See, that is much more in depth than I was thinking.
You were like, he
like
seems
this,
like a good guy.
Right, exactly. Yes. That's right. And I have a good judge of character. I do have LaShawn McCoy on my team.
Right?
And, you know, he is still being accused. He has not been charged, but he's now been accused by 2 people. So, I don't know.
Yeah.
We'll see. We'll see where it all falls out in the end. My judge of character says LaShawn McCoy seems like an okay dude. He's only nicknamed Shady because, you know, he could be he couldn't be a bad person being named Shady.
Because he is a bad person.
No, it's perfectly acceptable. But yeah, so the only thing, like I was thinking as I was doing this today, I was looking at this as like, you know, with all this bad, we really need to bring some good. No one in a news network ever talks about good stuff. I want to break the mold.
Oh god.
So if you have nominations, please, we need some user feedback. But I was going to start with James Conner, even though he's a Slumbers player. He is a cancer survivor, hometown hero, playing for a guy that's a douchebag, apparently, because he doesn't want to show up for $14.1 million.
He loves being terrible.
And then the other one, well, no, that's it for now. I'll let you guys think about it if you are actually watching this and feel like you know, putting in some suggestions and the reason why they are a hero. Go ahead and do it.
Yeah, like Jason Witten would have been perfect for this team if we did it a couple years ago.
And why would he be a hero?
He's such a good guy.
Yeah, is that so? After bringing up the Walter Payton Award for like,
No, he was always Dallas's.
Let me go ahead and say what my hero would be.
J.J. Watt.
Work done.
Get
out of here. There's no man that's built more homes for single mothers than Warwick Dunn. Look it up.
Does it? Man, never mind. I won't make that joke.
Yeah, we're keeping it clean today.
I know. I won't make that joke.
Maybe next time. We gotta get our sponsors back.
Maybe off camera. So now we're looking at armchair QBs, the worst of the 2 Lee brothers, and my Dixie Wrecked, the worst of
now, are we
a lot of
talking
teams.
Worst of the Lee brothers at fantasy football or worst of the Lee brothers in real life?
That's a toss-up.
Yeah.
That's hard. There's one thing that bothers me about Jeff that I would put him below. He's a quitter.
He's a quitter?
Well-documented Redskins fan.
Oh.
The Washington Football Club. And in years of late, he's... Yeah, he...
But wait, that doesn't make any sense at all.
He gave up Washington. Hates him now. Probably. I don't know. Probably not. Not a Redskins fan. I think I'm right on this. And now he's a Colts fan. Like he was like, I'm looking for a new team.
Was he a Colts fan
Redskins
during the Peyton Manning era or after the Peyton Manning era?
I think he always rooted for the Colts, but if he had to choose between the two, it was the Redskins.
Okay, because I mean, you couldn't call him a quitter if it was after the Peyton Manning era because they've been absolute garbage since. And if he moved from a team that had some potential, though they haven't done anything since they won the Super Bowl, to a team that has no potential.
None whatsoever.
I mean, Andrew Luck is there, but I guess I kind of forget that because
but no, he's
last year and his inability
he's
to play.
a quitter because around the time he gave up on the Redskins is around the time the Colts got Andrew Luck.
Okay.
And there was hype.
There was hope.
There was hope.
Yeah.
So I put Austin. Austin's above them both.
He's also a Colts fan, but he's always been a Colts fan.
Yeah, I think so. I'm pretty sure he has been. I don't know. I'm just making shit up right now.
Yeah, that's true. I mean,
I could be right. I could be right.
That's the problem with the live show. We have
I can't do any research. It's not like Austin's going to call me any minute here and tell me what's up.
You don't know that for sure.
It's true.
No, it is strange. He's not participating. No one's participating. Who's watching?
And we have 2 viewers.
Yeah, that's
nobody's commenting.
that is more than we usually have.
Oh, but Austin did like the comment about going live.
Okay, good deal.
So,
Yeah, did we even talk about what happened there? Who won?
I don't. Fuck.
I know you don't care.
Oh, my Dixie Wreck pulled out. He
pulled it out, eh?
He pulled it out.
That's good, or else you're gonna be a baby
He whipped
daddy.
out the win. Surprisingly, a 2-0 start for my Dixie Wrecked.
Yeah.
His team's not very good, but Cam Newton has 74 points.
How did he do that? They played terribly.
Well, when you have 32 completions for 3 touchdowns, 335 yards.
I don't even remember that. I guess I stopped paying attention. That game seemed like it was out of hand for a very long time.
It was. Well, but they were playing from behind. That's how he did it.
Yeah.
He actually
he
had a bunch of rushing yards.
Same
too.
way that Roethlisberger got 92 points.
I thought he did. Yeah, 42 rushing yards. That's another 8 points.
Huh. Oh well, Jameson Crowder, I really thought was going to be good. So far,
I didn't.
Yeah, so far he's fallen apart. But there is Willie Snead, future MVP of the convict team.
15 points.
You know what?
Throw a touchdown in there, and that's a solid week.
This week, Chowder was free of having anyone on the convict team. How about that? He has Josh Gordon. Josh Gordon's got potential with the Patriots.
That's disgusting.
Yeah, it's stupid.
It's disgusting.
I really wanted like the 49ers or someone to get
the Cowboys.
Josh Gordon. Well,
they need a wide receiver.
Yeah, they do. But they got Bryce Butler. Look it up. Future star.
Future star.
Fast star.
Couldn't make it with anybody else.
Yeah, he wasn't
Future
good.
star,
He wasn't good enough to make the vaunted Arizona Cardinals.
Right?
But he's available in our league. Go pick him up. Maybe he's not. Did Justin pick him up? Maybe not yet.
Yeah, you couldn't catch me dead with a Cowboys receiver.
You had Tavon Austin before the season started, and you drafted him like
I drafted
11.
No, he was my very last pick. He was also my very first drop.
Okay.
I picked him up because they were like, we like this guy. We're gonna find ways to use him, and they haven't.
They did. They scored touchdowns.
Sure.
He scored more points than anyone that was on your team, probably.
Juju
Smith-Schuster.
I will say that I did say Juju Smith-Schuster was one of my gets.
Yeah, you got that
49
right.
points.
That's pretty good.
All over it.
But that's, once again, I mean, if they aren't forced into having to throw the ball that much, which you can't guess. I mean, I guess now if you know you're playing Kansas City,
yeah,
then you're going to have to probably score 1,000 points to win.
Yep.
Pick up everyone who Kansas City's playing.
I'm just glad that Pittsburgh is 0-1-1.
Yeah, that's pretty great.
I'm glad we got another tie. Are we done talking about this game?
Yeah. You're so over it.
I'm still like I'm so over it.
How am I going to drag you through more weeks of this?
I don't know.
Painfully.
Painfully. I wish this cat would stop.
It's going to happen.
Fucking
At least it's not Darren Sharp, but that's what led to our downfall last week.
No.
Yep, all right. Into... Yeah, their bench, they all suck too. 45 points out of Sam Darnold. All right, it's me. I love talking about me, if you can't tell, with this ridiculous diamond hat on. Let me go ahead and get that out of the way. So I
Look
can
at this cat. I went the wrong way.
Look at this cat.
Yeah.
Patrick Mahomes, my boy. My second quarterback drafted. Luckily, I have decided to play him over the first quarterback drafted both weeks, or else I would have lost both games. But,
80 points.
Yep, that's pretty great. So for a team that I have no confidence in, I scored 308 points. That's pretty damn good. But, I can do something now. Yes!
Mahomes is the difference between you and I being...
Mahomes is better than your team. Guess what I just saw? Pickup of the week!
It's the pickup of the week.
Sponsored by Odge. You'll get the D later. That is a real picture that Justin took, by the way.
It was on my way out from work the other day.
He sent it to me and
It's
said, "Got your
absurd.
pickup, buddy."
Absurd.
That is the classiest individual. He definitely.
I gotta find out who it is.
Yeah,
I gotta
if
find
you can
out.
just snap a shot of him getting in his car, he's gonna be the biggest douche. But it is a great truck. I can't believe anyone would drive that around with any self-respect. But but it's a perfect truck for our show.
And it's also wedding party. I guess he was given the D to bridesmaid or something.
I guess
Who
so.
knows?
That's real good. That's real good stuff. But pickup of the week, I'm giving to myself.
He'd probably be the manager of the all-convict team.
Probably.
Anyway, you talk about you.
Yeah, talk about me. Philip Lindsay.
Talk about me.
Luckily, everyone who's better than me
at this for the last year didn't need a running back and wouldn't want a 180-pound running back, which allowed me to get him.
No, you were like number 2, number 4
4
on the waiver wire.
But no one else, I guess, or they're just not smart enough.
I put in for him.
I know, but you're right behind me.
That's what she said.
Anyway, I'm giving myself that because it's hard to find a actual offensive player that can score points. And
score anything.
He's really, he doesn't have any right to be scoring points. He's tiny. But he did, as a 180-pound, 5'8" individual, he did take out Tahir Whitehead, a 260-pound linebacker.
That's ridiculous.
Yeah. A 260-pound linebacker tries to tackle a 180-pound guy, gets injured, out of the game. Pretty crazy. That takes cojones. So, really Philip Lindsay, pickup of the week. And then, I won. It's pretty great. Dylan's team actually...
You were going to win that game no matter what.
Well, with what he ended up doing. But when the week started, I actually think Dylan's team is better than mine, honestly. But if Patrick Mahomes puts up 80 points, it's not.
Apparently, Mary's one of the ones watching. She called me a jerk for how I handled Woody. I was very gentle with him. Made him fly out of my face.
Yeah, he just showed the wrong end of the camera first. So, I think that Dylan's team is better than mine overall, probably. But I just had a better week.
I really don't think so.
I don't know. Look at my running backs, man.
Eli Manning's his quarterback.
Well, that's true. But
and Emmanuel Sanders is his number 1 receiver.
Yeah, but Emmanuel Sanders had that ridiculous week the first week, and now he didn't.
All right.
I don't know.
Michael Crabtree had a good first week.
Michael Crabtree had a good last season.
Right.
Until...
Look at Aguilar going on Aguilar. He was one of my gets.
You did
he
pick
was one
that.
of my gets.
You did pick that. I love Aguilar. That's why I got.
And then I have to go back and watch the video, which I'm not going to do. But I said something along those lines, 8 receptions and less than 90 receiving yards.
I think you said 14 receptions and 90 receiving yards.
Okay, I may have
but
overdone it a little bit.
But no, that Aguilar pick was just because I watching the Super Bowl. So the last football I watched, it was hard not to remember how he was just open every single play. They just didn't decide to throw to him every single play.
It's whatever.
Yeah, it is whatever. You don't be mad because you suck.
It's whatever.
Yeah, don't be mad because you suck.
Whatever.
I suck. Hey, both of my defensive players I picked up did nothing, and the defensive player that I decided to drop went absolutely crazy.
You could go for some ham right now.
Yeah.
Kiko Alonso, that's ridiculous. 42.5 points.
I didn't see
Look,
that
you
coming.
take him and Mahomes out, and I outscore you this week. I still stand by the fact I'm going to outscore you this year.
It's not going to happen. You got outscored by 100 points over 12 weeks. There we go. Do we count the playoffs since we're not going to make them?
No.
Okay.
No,
I am 2-0. And by the way, Ben, I'm coming for you, buddy. Division lead. I'm taking my division back. Probably not. This is my scrub team. It's going to take on your all-stars. And, the underdog wins sometimes.
It's not happening. That's not happening. You're not going to win the division.
I fully believe that, too.
You had a beyond believable week and scored 308. He had and he scored 350.
But I am only 2 ACL tears away from being equal to his team.
Okay.
All right. Take out Kamara.
Right. Take out Kamara.
I can't even remember who else he
Big
has.
Ben.
They're all better than my team. So.
It's true.
But no, Greg Kittle. He's going to go crazy someday. Not yet.
No, he really isn't.
Yeah. Really, my draft was absolute shit. And, not having a first and third round pick didn't help, but I didn't really make good picks where I was.
Yeah, no. It was rough.
I think by the time we got to the second round, we were already 3 hours in, and I had 3 or 4 beers, and
it was rough times.
Yeah, that was...
Rough times had by all.
What's for? Anyway.
So, before we head to the last game, because I still don't want to talk about game, we can certainly open up the phone lines. I doubt anybody's going to call in, but last week we had Austin call in.
Yeah, that was unusual, wasn't it?
It was very unusual.
We didn't even know what it meant.
I don't even know if I really want it to happen.
Yeah.
But my phone is available.
That's good to know.
Probably not going to pay attention to it. Depending on who it is, I might ignore it. All right, so...
Oh, wait, I got another one. Hold on, this is going to take a second now. Yeah, but it's great.
I did better. It scored 40 points more.
This is the blowout of the week. And that for some reason, when I was trying to find a truck horn,
That's what came up.
That sound effect came up, and now it must be used. So, unfortunately, poor Justin loses by almost 100 points 2 weeks in a row.
No, this week I lost by more than 100.
Yeah.
Last week the stat correction saved me. There's still tomorrow.
Yeah.
I can still get that stat correction.
You could get 20 points back out of it.
Yeah.
But it really didn't help you that your best player went down with injury before
Greg
the
the
game
Leg.
got started. Yeah.
Greg the Leg being my best player.
Greg the Leg.
I will say that. Okay, let's take a look at my team top to bottom.
Why not? Well, if you've stuck with us this long, you can probably stick with us another 10 minutes while Justin talks about each individual player on his team.
All right. So, Godwin's good. I've got a bright future.
You have...
As long as Ryan Fitzpatrick remains the quarterback there.
Which could happen. Did you see that post-game interview?
Oh my God.
Fucking,
beautiful.
Yeah, he's the man.
I want to have dinner. That's Harvard guy.
Hero?
He's a hero. I'd have him over. Lock him up. I'd have him over for dinner. I'd trust him around Mary. I wouldn't trust Mary around him.
Did you look at him whenever he was doing that? I don't know if I trust him
So
around
good.
anybody, but
So
I'm okay
good.
with him being a
I
QB.
love it. I love it. I will say, like, Godwin's the future of my team. Crabtree, 17.5 points, respectable.
That is respectable.
Had a tackle, I'll take it.
Why?
Take
Why
it.
are all these receivers getting tackles? Why are people throwing so many interceptions?
T.J. Yeldon, 16 points, really fucked me. he was the difference. Naeem Hines, 9 points, more than Marlon Mack. That's all I'm looking for. That's all I care about. As long as he outscores Marlon Mack.
For some reason, I feel like if any Colt does well, Austin should have him. I don't know why.
No, but that's not doing well, so he can't.
I know it's not, but
I'll
I
trade
feel
him.
like the day
Austin,
that
he is available.
the day that Naeem Hines does well, I feel like you should just give him to Austin.
No.
I feel like he has earned the right
Trade
to.
him.
I feel like Darius Leonard should be on Austin's team. I don't know why he's on this team. Actually, I do know why. It was because he had injured Christian Kirksey. But I just don't know,
Anyway, we're not talking about that.
Oh, I'm
right
sorry.
now. We're focusing on my team.
We're on Naeem Hines. We got 10 more players to go. Go ahead.
Tyler Eifert really dropped the ball.
Perennial disappointment.
Every damn year.
But yeah, you picked him.
And then the 1 week I don't start him, he's going to have 25 points.
Yeah, or he
2
will
touchdowns.
be injured.
Yeah. All right, Alfred Morris, respectable.
Yeah, that's fine.
For a team as shitty as mine. Tyler Lockett, locking it up. After giving Chris Miller a hard time whenever he kept him, I told him he'll never amount to anything. And now I'm depending on him each and every week. And he's putting up numbers because Doug Baldwin's out. And then that defense.
Oh, that's the other team. Seahawks look absolutely like garbage. I was
Yeah.
trying to remember who it was. It's the Seahawks.
Yeah. Well, but Chicago's defense is ridiculous.
Yeah, that's true.
And then my defense is one of the best in the league.
Which is what brings you to even be comparable. That's what got you your 243 points.
All right. That's beside the point. Let's look at my defense. Or my bench players. Look at that. Look at that. Fournette, 0. Baldwin, 0. Antonio Gates, 0. Kenny Britt, 0. Devontae Parker, 0.
Well, he's going to be back this week.
Hunter Henry, 0.
Well, he's injured.
I told you.
How do you expect
told
him
you.
to score anything?
I do not leave points on the bench. I don't do it.
Well, if you draft that bad, there's no points to be at.
I start.
Okay, non-pickup of the week. You pick up Philip Dorsett, you don't even play him.
We're talking about the other players.
It's 14 points more than something that someone else put up on your team.
No, we can't go back and look now.
Not possible.
I don't leave points on the bench.
That trigger finger broke. You can't scroll up now, right?
I don't leave points on the bench. Actually, no. Look, 21, 17, and 22.
You're right.
He couldn't have outscored any of my wide receivers.
Too bad. Well, you're right this time. When you're right, you're right.
I'm right every week.
I gave you a bunch of shit for taking Sam Michelle. I was going to do it with the next pick. I'm glad you gave me the opportunity not to. For now,
9
it's all about
points,
the future.
not respectable. He's the future of my team. Mark it down.
Probably.
Mark it down.
The mediocre team, but that's the other thing about this keeper league. It is going to be so hard to recover from having a bad team. Now the only thing we can bank on is like, just let's go with Chris's team because he's the one we focus on the most. He's got to not have David Johnson or Julio Jones. Very simple decision at this point in time this season.
Very, very simple.
But one of those players has to hit the market. Hopefully David Johnson returns to, well, actually, no, I hope that he doesn't.
Right. Because I think Miller's going to keep Johnson.
You think? Even if he...
It depends.
Well,
he'd be crazy. But
he's an Atlanta Falcon. He was trying to trade Julio already.
Yeah, because running backs are so much harder to come by.
That's true.
You can replace.
Well, and even though Julio is a superstar, for some reason they just don't. He doesn't do it every single week. He'll have that ridiculous blow-up game of 50 points, and then he'll have 10.
Right.
Which is unfortunate. Love Julio to death.
Didn't leave any points on the bench.
Okay, I get your point. You lost by 120 points.
117.5 points. 117.5.
You said that you stopped caring. This shows that you still care very much.
All right, so that's it. That wraps it up.
Yeah.
I guess we're not going to take any callers.
I guess not.
It's probably good. I'm going to be very disappointed because we're on a delay. I'm going to hit stop streaming, and somebody's going to call after we stop streaming, but before the stream actually ends.
Yeah, but if since we're not getting anything,
they put. Oh wait, I do have a couple of announcements. First of all, YouTube puts us on a delay. That way, if we have any issues like last week,
they can catch it.
they can
shut us down,
which they didn't. So looking over the analytics of our videos, the view count is certainly up. We are almost averaging that we get a view per person in the league per video.
That's great.
So either everybody's watching it once, or a handful of people are watching it more than once, or something. Though, fun stat from last week, the stream that you and I did, we had a single viewer from Brazil.
Are you serious?
Yeah. So for our Brazilian viewer out there, thank you for tuning in. And
yeah, I will say, so my wife paid me to watch this thing, and so I let her watch the first 15 minutes, and that's all. That's all she should get through.
Right.
I didn't hate it as much as I thought I was going to. I've never watched one of these, honestly. I did start watching the Urine Jordan segment just so that in case we need to discuss it.
We don't.
We don't.
we don't need to talk about it.
But if we did, then I would at least know what I'm talking about. And, the thing, it's really fucking stupid. But it's entertaining, and that's all that matters, I was just, whenever we sit here and talk, we don't plan any of this crap. And we're not going to.
We plan it.
Okay, yeah, sorry. We have a very
detailed plan.
And obviously, the hat, I did think of something, but we don't talk about what we're going to talk about.
I've always got my notebook here where I did my pre-show planning.
So, in watching that 15 minutes, I realized that at least, it's stupid, but it's not as bad as I thought it was going to be.
I'm glad somebody's enjoying it.
Yes, and obviously, that's the thing. I thought that no one watched these things, and then I find out by Cody complaining that we don't talk about them.
Right.
And, I talked to Ben, and he watched it, obviously.
Right.
Because we called him out for not watching it. It's almost like we need to start calling out everyone for not watching it to find out who actually is.
I wonder if Mike Sallerson watches.
I bet you he doesn't.
He's one person I haven't heard from yet.
Yeah, I would definitely, if anyone, he's definitely not watching it.
Yeah, I'd venture to say he finds better things to spend his time.
Yeah, I feel like he has more worthwhile things to do than to show up here and talk to you for an hour and a half.
Yeah.
Just to keep this going, because this is the longest it's gone, and we're going to keep doing it as long as... We made it
3 weeks. As long as we have viewers that show up on the screen.
Yep. Or that comment afterwards. So, by the way, Hero Team.
Yeah.
Post them.
Post your Hero Team.
We're gonna do the all convict team versus the Hero Team. See if good is better than evil.
I kind of want to be like, even if one person suggests one player for the Hero Team, I'll take it. But I have a feeling that Austin's probably got somebody in mind. So if one person other than Austin,
but it has to be not a cult.
Yeah, not a cult.
Yeah, Austin, you're not allowed to suggest a cult.
Yeah.
So
I could get behind that.
Yeah.
And I love Austin to death. I'm glad he watches, but we know he watches.
Yeah.
I want feedback from other people.
Yeah.
So
No, that was my favorite part of last week's segment. Was Austin's
with the call-in.
That was the best.
This is so blown away by it.
Yep.
But we're not getting that this week.
Oh well.
So
all right. Well.
fuck it.
Yep.
All right.
Have a good week.
Yeah.
Hope you all suck at fantasy football.
Thanks for tuning in. We're at 54 minutes and 55 minutes. 55 minutes.
Close enough.
You told me whenever we started this that you didn't have an hour in you, and
Yeah.
I'm getting you out of here before that hour.
Sounds good.
All right. Take care.